Hi, everyone. Welcome to Weekly Affirmations for Creatives, week 24. I'm Michelle Tracy Berger, and I am a award-winning writer and creativity coach. And this weekly practice is all about us claiming more positive, more helpful self-talk to allow us to get more of our work in the world and to feel really good and deserving about that work and about all the good things that flow from getting more of our work in the world. One of the things that we can control is what we say to ourselves, what we think about ourselves. And this weekly practice allows us to look at affirmations, play with them, see how they land, try them on for the week, adapt them if we need to. I'm so glad that you're here. This week's affirmation: I can create smack dab in the middle of my busy day, even if it is only for 5 minutes at a time. I can create smack dab in the middle of my busy day, even if it is only for 5 minutes at a time. I can create smack dab in the middle of my busy day, even if it is only for 5 minutes at a time. Whew. Time is such a huge issue for us as creatives. We often don't feel like we have enough time, or it's not quite the right kind of time. We need that incubating time. We need that executing time. We need that noodling around thinking time, staring off into space, but really imagining our next story, our next painting. So, time is something that is always an area that we will have to negotiate, befriend, challenge ourselves in terms of expectations about. And you'll find that if you go through the playlist, there are other affirmations about time. What I like about this one is that it acknowledges that we are in the middle of our busy lives, but yet if we remember who we are, so remembering who we are creative people. We want to get more of our work into the world. And so we can take 5 minutes in the middle of the day to do some work, to move things along in some way. Now, for some of you who have loud inner critics and inner judges, you will say that 5 minutes is not enough time to do anything. And I would like you to sit with that and feel challenged with that, because 5 minutes can mean the next 50 words on your story. 5 minutes can be finalizing the query letter and getting it in the queue ready to send off. 5 minutes can be looking up something that you have bookmarked that you said you were going to look at that you never looked at. 5 minutes can be a catalyst. And my mentor, Susan Arrow Rainbow Kennedy, also known as Sark, who's written a number of creativity books, which are amazing. If you don't know them, you should go find them. She had this wonderful system called micro movements, and her belief was that you can make yourself do anything for 5 minutes, right? Usually, once you start, you will keep going. So it's a catalyst, and you probably can find she has this great thing called the micro movement wheel, where you allocate um, sections of time and you break down your task and things that you can do from 5 seconds to 5 minutes. So I want to challenge you to really get in the habit of doing things in shorter amounts of time, because realistically, most of us do not always and consistently have the the vast and grand stretches of time that we might want. But we do typically have 5 minutes. We usually can carve out 5 minutes to do something. And remember, this is not just a practical suggestion. This is something that is symbolic, that mirrors back to our subconscious and that creative self, that the work that we're doing is important. So it's not always just about the productivity. Sometimes we do things to remind ourselves, oh, yes, this is who we are. This is what I say I want. And this small, seemingly small thing that I have done moves me closer to that goal, right? It moves me closer. It reminds me of who I say I am in the world, who I want to be in the world. Try it. Try the 5 minutes a day for this week and see how that feels for you. As always, love to hear your comments, love to hear what you're enjoying about your affirmation practice, love to hear what you're adapting. If you found value from this video, please like it. That always helps the algorithms. Subscribe to the channel so you get not only my weekly affirmation updates, but you get other kinds of videos that I'm working on related to creativity and the creative process, which is one of my loves to talk about. And if you know another creative who is struggling or just having some usual challenges around getting more of their work seen in the world and feeling valued, send this to them. Tell them about what we're doing over here, and this might be the thing that resonates for them. So thank you for that in advance. And most importantly, I'll see you next week. And please stay inspired. Do the good work. Do the creative work.